Okay, I'm at the weekly car meet in Waterford Tuesday night, and let's see the cars. Looks like somebody brought a Dodge Challenger or Charger. I can't tell the difference. They say it's one if it's 4 doors and the other if it's 2 doors. So I don't know, but we'll see. Beautiful olive green Firebird. Corvette. Of course, my Cadillac. You've seen it enough times. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. Let's see what else we have. Looks like an AMC Javelin.
I see that.
Not sure what it is. With American Torque Thrust tires on it. Yeah, looking real good. It's a nice looking car. Camaro Chevelle SS. Or Camaro SS, excuse me. Now let's come over here. This is 67 Ford Fairlane. I'm gonna wait for traffic to clear before I get out there. You'll notice that the taillights on this are very, very similar to my 68 Galaxy. They used that look in 1967. And of course, the other way you could tell that it's a 67 is by the vertical headlights. All right, moving on. We have a black primer on the Chevy Camaro.
That's about how my 63 Galaxy.
I'm just going to try to back up enough to get these in full. Another Camaro RS. Beautiful old Chevrolet. Let's go see what we got over here. And we have.
So you do that. $1 in your pocket.
We have a Plymouth of some sort. There you go. Belvedere. That's what it is. Double triangle windows in the front and the back. And there we go. It's a Dodge, but I don't know what type of Dodge. There's no badges on it. It just says V8. Front's really nice. I think it's a 68. Got a license plate, maybe. There we go. And here's a Mustang 5.0. Is it a Mustang? It doesn't look like one. I just assume anything with a yes, it is. If nothing else, I can tell by the triple taillights each side. That is a very new Mustang. This is a Chevy pickup truck. I'm not even going to pretend to know what year it is. I caught it luckily right before the owners were about to leave. I like the flare fenders on both the front and the rear. If I were to guess, and I don't know if I'm right, you can tell me whether I am or not, I would say that this is late 40s, early 50s. But again, I could be wrong. And in fact, I probably am. But do let me know. And that's it for Waterford. Let me back up and tell you what this is all about. This is the American Graffiti pre-car show. The American Graffiti car show happens on the weekend. That's the main event. It costs $85, a little rich for my blood. That's why I don't do it anymore. The Friday night beforehand is the parade. And then throughout the week beforehand are various shows that cost various amounts of money, and some are free, like this one in Riverbank. This is the Thursday night before the parade, and they do this every, I think, first or second Thursday. This is Thursday, June 8th, and between Cool Hand Luke's Restaurant and the Galaxy Theater in Riverbank, California, in the parking lot, they close off parts of the parking lot to have everybody show up. And what's great is it's got a good turnout, and the price you can't beat with a stick. And you can see various people here enjoying themselves. This is a wide-angle lens, so you can't quite see things in detail, but what you can see is the overall range of cars and how crowded it gets. People start getting here at 3 o'clock. So if you want to do it, you better get here pretty early or you might not get a good spot. Okay, Riverbank Car Show, here we are. All right, the Riverbank Car Show, it's for free along the... Go ahead. Oh, okay.
Got him out, huh? He's probably walking over there.
That's a nice 66 Caddy. Coupe de Ville convertible. I noticed that right away. There aren't too many people, there aren't too many Cadillacs that show up at these shows. So when they do, it's rather special. Nice Firebird parked next to it. I think that's a Firebird. And that looks like a Chevy Impala. Of course it's an Impala. We knew that. Here comes somebody very loud. And what we have here is a freeze frame of one of the videos I shot a minute ago, focusing in on my car just because, well, I like to show too, and it all starts here because without this car, there's no way I'd get to the show. On the car's right is what looks like a black 40s sedan. I don't know which part of the 40s, but it definitely looks 40s to me, and it looks like a four-door. Nice looking car with those purple pinstripes. Might be, hard to tell. And then to the left of my car is what looks more like a 30s pickup truck. You can see the tonneau cover up in the back. Hard to tell exactly what era, but I would guess somewhere between 31 and 34. That would probably be a good estimation. Hey, I know these people. Husband and wife 69. If you look at the husband's Corvette and the wife's looks like a Chevelle, their license plates, it's a literally husband 69 and wife 69. The Corvette with the T-top and the butterfly valve with the carburetor, maybe that's what it is. The interesting thing with the wife's car to the camera's right is that you can see that the Chevelle has been chopped, and it's a two-door. Two-door, modified heavily, and I believe she has a roll bar in there and the trailing wheels behind for drag racing, and some nice wheels on the car itself. So they like to go to shows in style, and it turns heads, that's for darn sure. And here we have another look at the yellow 66 that we saw earlier in my video. Yellow isn't my first favorite color, but it goes with the white interior. It's a convertible. You know, the top goes down, the value goes up, so they say. I love the big grille. I like the vertical headlights. They were unique for that era. And Cadillac would go on to keep the vertical headlights, or what they call stacked headlights, until 1968, and then they would go back to horizontal or side by side in 1969. I don't see where the turn signals are on this car, so I'm thinking that they are hidden inside the grille somewhere. I like the big cornering lights on the sides, the little squares there, just behind and to the left of the lower headlight on the passenger side. A side marker, turn signal, cornering light combination. Too bad I didn't take any pictures from the back. I like the wing windows. They used those back then. IZJ on the license plate. That would be a period correct original license plate for 1966. The 3-digit yellow on black starting with the letter I. From what I can tell, that's how the series progressed. And then finally, the wheels. I like the low-profile tires. I don't know if those spoke wheels are my favorite, but you know what? I don't like to put down other people's choices for wheels, because wheels, unlike paint or unlike customizing the car and other aspects, can always easily be changed out. So if you don't like it, hey, if it was ever your car, you can do what you want with it. This person had a vision of how he wanted it to look, and you know, it's his car and he can do whatever he wants. This is similar to the view we started with, only that was a wide angle lens. This is a standard lens. Again, this shows the vast majority of people that were there enjoying themselves. Very well attended because it's free. 2, it shows the wide range of cars that were there. And 3, the wide variety of colors that you saw back in the 60s and 70s and even the 50s that you don't see today. Today, everything seems to be black, white, silver, or gray, or maybe a light champagne gold, and that's about it. So it was a fun event enjoyed by all before the American Graffiti Car Parade would happen the following night, and the American Graffiti Car Show Saturday and Sunday. And now I'll close it off with 2 videos toward the end. Okay, it's after 8 and everybody's starting to leave now.
Well, here I sit, all alone with a broken heart.
Everybody's starting to come away. And now it was time for my friend Mike's second meet in less than a month at his house, his cars and coffee in the morning. And the skies looked threatening, and there was some scattered showers in the eastern Central Valley and the foothills of the Sierras east of Turlock, but that didn't stop us from enjoying a nice morning. In fact, it was actually a little refreshing because things were a little cooler without the direct sunshine. Okay, good morning. I'm John O'Flaherty, B3 Burner, and it's time for another Cars and Coffee. Let's go take a look at what we have. Wade's car, looking good as ever. My car with its new sign, "Where were you in 1973?" Pretty cool. All right.
Keep fixed.
Not a ton of people out here today, but we got the faithful out here. It's registered as a historical vehicle. Look at that. Pretty nice. And I was talking to the guy who owns this car for a long time. Quite a story behind it. Quite a story. It's really cool. Plymouth Roadrunner. Yeah, hip, 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 hip.
Yeah, that was.
You should have probably documented that.
Very good.
I just remember.
Looks good with red line.
Of course, there's Mike's cars too. They always look good. A little bit of old, a little bit of new. I think the bus is my favorite. It's so unique. Well, sorry I had to cut off the Grateful Dead in the middle of their song. YouTube doesn't take too kindly to that, even though Mike has great music at his Cars and Coffee. I'm a little more skeptical about playing it ever since I started getting more subscribers and garnished more videos. I don't want YouTube attacking my channel, so that's that. Now, what we're looking at here is a mid-60s style Corvette. Beautiful. This is one of my favorites. I think those are the shark gills behind the front wheel. I like the pipes on the side, the exhaust pipes, and the red line tires look really nice. And the gas filler door in the trunk is very characteristic of that era and makes it unique. And the same car from the front with hideaway headlights and turn signals mounted below the thin razor-sharp bumper. This was back before they had the 5-mile-an-hour bumper rule that took effect in 1973. If I had to guess, I'd say this was either a 1965 or a 66. This is the Plymouth Roadrunner we saw earlier in my video. The owner was talking to me for a good almost 25-30 minutes and had quite a story about the car. Not all of it happy, but he's through the emotions. He's happy to keep the car in his son's memory, and brought up some of the happy times as well as the sad times, and he definitely says he's not getting rid of this car. And here's a beautiful blue Chevy pickup truck, probably somewhere anywhere from between the late 30s to the early 50s. Boy, I'm really covering my butt on that one. I can't commit to a year because I don't know those vintages of cars all that well. So the car itself, the body is blue, and then the wheel fenders or the wheel covers are black. Red line on the grill or on the front bumper. Nice, tall, impressive grill. Just a beautiful truck all around. Looks like the interior might have been redone. Too bad I didn't take an interior shot. I'd love to have seen what it looked like, but from what I can see, it looks like a beautiful tan color that complements the car very well. And looky here, it's a picture of a person taking a picture in front of the truck we just saw. And a wide shot of the Roadrunner we saw earlier. And we had ourselves a latecomer who showed up. I don't know if he got coffee and donuts. They might have been gone by then, but he enjoyed showing his 51. Thank goodness for personalized license plates, or I might not have known that. I could have guessed early 50s, but that's about it. He parked next to the truck we just saw on the Roadrunner on that side of the building. Beautiful car with yellow body and white top. The grille work is beautiful, very reminiscent of the 50s. And here's the same car taken from the rear, the left rear corner. And one thing I want you to notice about it, well, it's got American torque thrust wheels, which are nice. You can never go wrong with those. If you're going to put on custom wheels, nobody's ever going to put you down for putting on American torque thrust, unless maybe you're putting it on a limousine. But I'd like you to notice something. The bright work along the sides, very elegantly done and understated. It's not overdone at all. The front piece runs from the front quarter panel toward the end of the door, just under the door handle. And then the piece in the rear starts from the tail light, above the tail light, and only goes as far as the left edge of the gas tank door. It didn't continue over the rear fender that bows out, and I think that was a smart move. Otherwise, it would have been overdone. And then finally, I'd like to point out that there's some sort of custom insignia in the back. It's supposed to look like some angry creature or the Grim Reapers lifting up the trunk, bending it up and peering out with those piercing eyes. Guy had a lot of fun designing this car. And finally, after 2.5 hours past the time I took a picture of the black Corvette, we get to my sign that I made for my Cadillac. We can take a quick look at it. The Arab oil embargo, long gas lines, a 1973 Corvette, gas shortages, 10-gallon maximum, NBA champions. You could get a Tuesday dinner special for only 99 cents at Kentucky Fried Chicken. Then there were other things in the news at the time. We have a picture of John Wayne, Carly Simon, the World Series that had the A's in it, the undefeated Miami Dolphins, and in 1973, Honda Civic started something big, taking advantage of the fact that their cars were much more gas economical. And that's it.